Hey guys, he's up. How we doing? Doing a little bit of multitasking. I just got to finish the base on this Infernus Marine. That is really bright. My bad. Okay, gang's all here. Mal, Warden, Gino, Threads. Hi, everybody. On your Minecraft day? Exposure. That was so much better. Dang, that yellow looks good on the camera. So this is the first time I've done this on an infantry model. I did a little bit of chipping on the yellow. I'm not exactly sold on it. I don't know. Not really very well. Very faint. Maybe I should have gone heavier. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of how it turned out. Not like with the Terminus Knights. I just need to do a quick bit of dry brushing and rim the base, and then this will... Trying to blend this purple, but it doesn't look like I blended it on the camera. My stuffs is packed. Are you moving or something? By the way, patrons, they kind of know because of the message that I sent earlier. So all those crappy Necrons I had, I've got in my head, I want to make a homebrew dynasty. To throw them in a campaign. Another homebrew campaign that I'm working on. So I went through all the crappy ones and I got what units I could out of it that were salvageable. Of course, only like one of them ended up being a full unit. And because for some reason I have 5 Scorepack destroyers. And you can only have a squad of 3 minimum. So make it make sense, chat. Moving on the 31st. Very nice. Are you excited or dreading it? How should we be feeling for you? I'm on the paint handle. It's gonna be a little tricky. That'll work. Okay. Just gotta rim the base. Time for the new place, but moving is never fun. I have moved 3 times in my whole life, and none of it was exciting. Absolutely none of it. So I understand what you're talking about. More bugs. I did see the Red Terror. It looks schmexy. Did I work on Jabberslith or Immolator? Jabberslith, just because the name's fun. Also have some Empire State troops, but I want to print some more and paint a big badge. You love your badge painting. I still can't get on it. Badge painting is kind of mind-numbing for me, and not in a good way. Your 3rd in 2 years. Holy crap. I moved once when I was 9. And then again when I went to college. And then again when I dropped out of college. So I've been here ever since then. Hard on it, and now that's over, I want another one with the filer. Never moved in my life, not permanently, or that I was old enough to remember. Likely have to do a super speedy paint job for a game I want to record on Wednesday. Make a video out of it. You doing a battle report? Or is it a video of the paint job? Taking me across multiple states. Don't envy that. In Europe, but it was never supposed to be a permanent thing. Okay. Harness is done. Add him to the squad. All right. Wheeling game test filers. How to report esque narrative game design. Very exciting. Mark your calendar. Noted. What are you playing? Is it Old World? All right, so without further ado, I'm going to bring out what I'm intending to do this evening, see whether or not get him done tonight. Voila. Our Nurgle World Eater Sorcerer. So he's supposed to be named character in the Putrid Maw, and actually the reason why the Putrid Maw is the way it is. So his name is Undulon. Undulon? However I wrote it out. Undolon. And he was a psyker in the Warhounds during the Horus Heresy. And before the Council of Nicaea happened, he disappeared in the warp. And no one knew where he went. Until the last 3 or 4 centuries, where he came back as a Nurgle sorcerer, reuniting with some of his brothers in what is now the Putrid Maw. I don't actually have a name for that warband before they turned to Nurgle. But he kind of started to persuade them in the ways of Nurgle. So that is why half the warband becoming like Marines, and then the other half still maintaining loyalty to Khorne. The old world. Is that a whiskey? Sounds like a whiskey. I'd sip on that. So I'm going to be doing him in the Warhounds blue and white. And we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to be sponging the white, and then the blue will probably end up being solid. We're going to be starting to mix up some dark gray. I'm gonna double check. Double check the placement of the coloring. You need a vortex. You need a starting village in Inheim, in Stapelhoch, Eisenbudel, Schoppendorf. Those are all just names to me. Blending my main color is the mid-tone. Then I go one more step up for the highlighting. So Yeah. Yes. That's right. Hey, get out of my light. The cat hogging my light. I believe the nooks and crannies are going to be addressed with a tiny sliver. Even up painting for the day. Finished 3 projects in 2 days. It's looking up. I finished 3 in 1 day the other day. It is a painting stream. I've paid so much. I have a little Chino. I haven't had time either, sir. I just had 3 unfinished projects on my desk. Which is very unlike me. Hello, wife. Ah. Causing chaos. I need more. So did you. And now you're better off for it. Felt my winds shift. What do you mean? German name is funnier sounding. I'm gonna do another coat of dark gray. Good measure. Get a gradient up to the white. I see puddles. What do you mean I proved unhelpful? I acknowledge them as words. It's okay. I've been told I'm unhelpful at home too. I am very unhelpful in most circumstances. Okay. Next color, our mid-tone. We all banded together, we can make face pay for his bullying and unhelpfulness. Press X to doubt. in this month. Yeah. You know what, Gino? Drive over here and do it yourself. Make my wife do your dirty work for you. But WWE except for random moves. Oh, it's more than I know. Unless it's real martial arts, I'm lost. Hey, KS. Welcome, welcome. Mal and Gino are bullying me. Just to be expected. Don't brag. It was a subtle brag. Therefore, it doesn't count. Warm to say the least. Hey, it was 102 here yesterday. Now we're supposed to be having a cold front coming in. And allegedly bringing in a bunch of rain. But we'll see. Our Armageddon stronger. Don't even with me, Gino. I'm not in the mood. No, no snow. Left your house since Sunday. I wish I hadn't left my house since Sunday. That would be phenomenal. Unfortunately, my job requires me to leave my house. Oh, I saw it. I just didn't acknowledge it. Yes, so this is he's a sorcerer for my warband, the Putrid Maw, and they are a warband of Nurgle-bound World Eaters that serve Khorne and Nurgle simultaneously. Yes, you want to go to Bam. We're gonna get along. Some cool wolves I could tame. Ready for the white. %100% tame a wild wolf. I'd put money on that. Tame wolf. Away from the heat. Well, I don't think it's gonna permanently go away, unfortunately. Just stream when he's sleeping. That's valid. Sometimes that does happen. Never been Florida man made some crazy headlines. How much a 91-liter fuel tank costs to fill? Myself. What is that in freedom units? I am unawares. If I didn't have, like I said, a job that required me to spend my days not at home, I would definitely stream at different points throughout the day. Fortunately, that's not an option. White and blue, what I'm going for. The blue backpack and the blue pauldrons. I'm probably going to end up doing both of those before I do the trim, because all the trim is going to need an Agrax wash. Debating whether or not I want to sponge on the blue, though. This one, yeah, I'm gonna try it. I think they're isolated enough that it won't really hurt anything. 24 gallon. Half as much if we were in the UK. This one, I think we're gonna use the big sponge. We'll just be extra. I'm just going for the pauldrons and the power pack. That is all. I said I need to do better earlier today, so I must do better. But a majority of my Agrax are non-oil through an airbrush at the end of my days. That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. Funny you mentioned that. Finished up most of my last batch painting tasks I had to do before I leave my current job, so daytime streams will likely be on the menu. What color scheme do I have for my warband? I will show you in just a moment. This one is different for some reason. This one dates further back, and I have a lore reason for it. Because if anybody knows me, I have a lore reason for everything. 1 second and I'll grab a couple for you to check out. What's your reason for being married? It progressed the story. Orin is angry again. Make that homemade pond water I wouldn't put through an airbrush. Okay. So, we're doing the OG Heresy color for him. This is their typical color because they were a full-fledged World Eater warband before this sorcerer came in contact with them and corrupted them by Nurgle. So now half the warband serves Khorne fully and half the warband serves Nurgle fully, but they both serve both gods to some capacity. So, yeah. This is one I did not that long ago. And it was my first attempt at a flesh cape. Well, hi, Polexis. Oh, hey, Dentry. I am an avid homebrewer. I do not have an army that is not homebrewed. Period. Where's the sunflower leaf on your head? Get it. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Doing just fine. I got the crazy idea in my head today that I wanted to start a Necron homebrew. That's where my head's been all day. It so happens that those Necrons are in the same campaign that my World Eaters are. Nice to see the Raptors hats put to good use. I like the Raptors. Okay. Now we'll do next color in blue gradient. Good, I start my 1E Orc airplanes painting. Daka will hit more than normal. Warden is biting my shit. Yeah, stealing all that. I love. Boom Daka Jet. Hit on 4s, then reroll on 1 unit not flying. Jealous that I like Night Lords before him and he won't get over it. Night Lords are badass. If you've ever read Night Lords trilogy, highly recommend. Anything else I need? Stone oil. Guess the metallics, and then I'll do the brass trim. Trim will just be there, there, there. Make that work. I have to. We'll see. I don't know where this burst of creative energy is coming from, but I'm vibing. It's because you started, Gino. Because you started doing stuff. Now you're like, hey, this is kind of cool. Because now you've convinced your brain that you can actually do it. Actually, this is a Nurgle boy. Why am I not agracking them? If I put a thin layer of agrax, it would look just fine. We're gonna go that route. Do all the metallics, do all the trim. Lords didn't get enough attention in the Terra novels as they deserved. We have to Saturnine. I haven't actually read any of the Siege of Terra books. I have the first 4 right over there. But my time in my day-to-day life is very limited. So I usually am forced to consume audiobooks. Which is fine, I'm not complaining. Realizing that in the shot. Night Lords and World Eaters are seriously my jam. Schizophrenia versus Angry Boys. Really started with the trim. but my brain wasn't braining. Also paint in frame. Yeah, my camera's in a different spot than it was because after the game the other day, I didn't get it set up exactly right. Is that better? That's my light. I do have an actual hobby light coming on Thursday, which has been a long time coming. Novels that got me into World Eaters, like the original appearance of Night Lords. They were worshippers of corn. There's a lot of corn references in the World Eater books. Toyed with a homebrew of Blood Angels who succumbed to corn. So I was listening to an audio drama today about Karn, and him fighting in an arena, and he was pit up against a flesh terror who had fully succumbed to the Black Rage. And he said in the drama that he could smell the taint of corn on him. So that would make a lot of sense. Disappointed in my turn meet, but I think it's because I needed a sub-assembly. No, that can't be it. I refuse to believe that sub-assembly is the answer. Like, did you get? I forget the brand name of it now. I just ordered it on Amazon. But my area with light. Is you crashing? All right, we'll see you, KS. Thanks for joining. Oh, this is quite literally sub-assembly issue. Patch painting 50 orc boys is the real answer. I don't have 50 orc boys, Mal. And it shows. Thanks, Warden. Feel the love. Feel the burn. Sick burn. I am curious to see how badly the Agrax is going to change the shade of everything. Armageddon, you'd have close to 50? Well, That is true. Blade. My next vid is a Mr. Beast-esque challenge where I email you 50 orc boys and give you 24 hours to paint them. If you fail, I break one bone for each that you didn't get painted. Don't try those 30-minute painting challenges. I've seen those. I always question how many of them are skewed. Throw a sprue orc force paint job in there too. You have 30 minutes, you can go ahead. I will often time myself when I'm doing train wreck mini. Train wreck 3D for all you 3D modeling needs. I'm going to paint the brass now. 10 to 15 hands. Where's my sweet spot? Here. It is right in the shot. Okay. Trainwreck podcast coming soon. podcast guests like Bob Watts and their game crew, Bob Dills, and old head mini people. First week of August, I may want to drive over and these guys see you. So Gino, when is the first stream? Kevin enlightened us on that information. Everything you need. Yeah, you can just do it on your phone. That's a thing, right? Phone streamers? I think that's a thing. Start getting this Armageddon box ready. Okay. Bought a camera, spare capture card, mic, buy a light, arm. Very nice. Are we gonna just scan the code and then sell the book? Yeah, Mal did it from his phone. Sanderson using my phone. Oh, so you're better than Mal? Is that what I'm hearing? Mal, I think Gino has a little bit of a superiority complex. The video and audio production, yes. Always told myself if I get back into streaming, I'll be doing it right and higher quality than what I started. Anything like his painting, it'll be 10 months, and he'll be 10K in the hole before we see anything. Valid argument. Gino, rebuttal? I'm not gonna lie, the white and bronze is really popping. I'm really liking the combo. I just plugged my old Logitech webcam. Only does 1080p and 30 FPS. It may only do 30 FPS, but you can upscale in OBS. It may look terrible, but you can still stream in 60 FPS. No rebuttal. A lot of my favorite YouTube guys are super low production value, the strength of the format, the fact that you can be authentic. Is that in reference to me? I don't consider myself having high production value. Mostly because I don't have time. And then when I do have the time, I don't have the energy. It can be authentic, but also much it to look good. Yeah, looks are relative. Ask my wife. That's why she married me. But my looks certainly don't matter. So this is two birds, one stone. Barely one of my favorite guys has been Ross Scott, who looked and sounded objectively bad, but he's been successful and elicited major change in the industry. Also take some photos of my dudes better too. My camera can't seem to get the errors that I see. Everyone must see errors. Well, the idea that you are your own worst critic rings true in pretty much everything. Whether it's streaming or painting or production, doesn't really matter. And that's usually whenever you're trying to impress other people, which I most certainly am not. Because I got into the hobby for my own enjoyment, and I'm still in the hobby for my own enjoyment. I just wanted to share that enjoyment with other people. You let me I'll be your worst critic. Despair feelings. You already are my worst critic, Warden. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have any interesting stories for streaming. I want to document my growth so I can look back. That's where I'm at with Gino. Wouldn't we be DMing me nitpicks of my shorts that I record in batches, 10 at a time, like I'm directing The Shining. For my opinion one time, so I decided you're directing movies. I want to critique you people, but you can critique me. Whatever we think. I liked your terming. What yellow were you using? Just curious. And follow up, how many coats did it take? Yellow is the entire reason that I started using contrast. And that was probably one of the best decisions that I've made in my painting journey. A weird choice of questions. First was Army Painter Pink, then went over it with Lunar Yellow. Put one, hated it, and I put it down. My second and final coat was Fiendish Yellow. And I did a lighter yellow for accents, but I can't remember what yellow it was. It's making chocolate milk. I'm critiquing Gino. I asked him what yellow he used for his Termi. The feedback helped drastically in weird mood of juggling a lot of projects. Kind of just typing some BS. Asked me what yellow I used for my Termies. You've given me your yellow recipe. The problems with your video, my paintings are too quiet. Mixing on the new one was good, but honestly, I didn't even notice mixing being bad on the other one. I think that's just a Genoism. Change recipe for everything weekly. Haven't used contrast in 4 months. Really quiet spots in the Tao video. I didn't notice. Okay. That all our trim? Just a little bit of gunmetal there. Our little orb here. Balance the volume of me, volume of everyone else in the house, and then screaming of my niece. Definitely made the audio from the car ride really loud because I thought it was funny. It was funny. I enjoyed that bit. Fix these gunmetal spots. New Vegas remaster confirmed. I saw that, and I am ecstatic. I haven't played Fallout 3 for a minute. You cheat on 4K coming soon. Now imagine that bit, but it's us driving tractors, screaming Warhammer Lord at each other as you cultivate corn in America's breadbasket. First place I'm running to. Orton Mal and Gino stream where we butcher the lore of Warhammer and then make face sit through it and we watch him struggle. That would be entertaining. Not for me, but for everyone watching. Gideon is so washed, the layoffs are deserved. I have no faith in New Vegas 2 or whatever that new project is being good. I heard about that, but I didn't really pay attention to any news on it. I know y'all lean into Gundam, but you guys hang out during those streams? I'd hang out. If anything, just to harass you. Only for the dummy thick Master Chief. Got like 36 of them to build. I'm going for the world record for them. Build speed. Get the Leo down to a sub 10-minute build. Literally every Microsoft company had huge layoffs except for Mojang and Activision. Previous policy was burning them money. They lost 4 digits with more layoffs to come. A lot of business. I don't do business. I just paint plastic toy soldiers. Loki, a fan. Obsidian made something like 70 cents for every dollar of investment, consistently putting out low to mid tier games. Bethesda likewise was super cushy. So many farm ideas.
I know it sounds silly, dear, but do it for me, please.
Definitely leaving soon. The optics around her are too bad. Just came in to make all the hard calls. Be the bad guy for a while. Microsoft hot take over. Back to the show. Okay, I need to paint these Nurgle beasties. Got one. Two. I'm not sure what color I want to paint those yet. think I need to go in with some browns. The Nurgling is going to be green, obviously. And all these little things, they're probably going to be fleshy. Can you become the Mr. Beast of the hobby world? Can I be your Chandler? Need a new Fable game? So, this will cause some rage in my community, but I've never played Fable. It's always been something I've been interested in, but I've never picked it up. Good two or all three. I'm gonna ask first, but then you distract. I've never seen a Mr. Beast video either, Mel. His content's never been high on my radar. No, I haven't eaten his burger. I don't even know if we have one near me. I kind of doubt it, or I would have heard about it. Kids were murdering each other to get to that one in the mall. Later I go and it's a ghost town. The cute cashier even gave us a discount because my friend worked at the same mall. Anyone best any Souls games? I have not, because I despise Souls games. When I was a kid, we'd just play hide and seek, flashlight tag, truth or dare, or red putt ball ball, go camping, go work on my dad's 18-wheelers. Souls 2 for ambience, Bloodborne for gameplay, Dark Souls 1 for a quick playthrough, Dark Souls 3 make everyone angry. I just don't like having to grind to enjoy a game. But most games that I play for story because I want to experience a story. And not always experience mechanics unless those mechanics are bad, and then I can't play the story, and then I don't play the game. Souls 1 make people angry with strength build, Dark Souls 2 with bleed, Dark Souls 3 for cool this watch your sword move. Block wide manhunt games were peak as a kid. I didn't have a ton of games when I was a kid. So I no lifed the games that I did have. And now I have like a ton of nostalgia for those very specific games. Like, not gonna lie, uh, my primary console growing up was a DS Lite. I played that thing till it almost broke. Red Butt Wall Ball is a game where you'd hit a ball at the wall. If you went for the ball and touched it but didn't hit it back or caught it, you had to run to the wall as fast as you could. What about outdoor games? Did you have any weird regional ones by you? Regional games? I don't know about that. The games I played were pretty universal. Break into abandoned buildings and hit each other with the long light bulbs, but that wasn't really a game, that was trespassing. Make a terrible joke. Keep it to myself. I hate this tree. I want to paint, but I need to stream it. Close the gap to 100 subs. You best be shaking in your Caterpillar men's work boots. Try to do graffiti. Everyone's favorite childhood crime? I was a good kid. I wasn't out here committing crimes like all you hoodlums. I was too busy in my room building Lego. That was my crime. Enjoying my childhood. Embezzlement and slander. What were you embezzling as a child, Mel? I need to know. For research purposes. What was the crime you committed the most? Minor possession? Selling illegal candy in middle and elementary school. Y'all sound like you were a bunch of hooligans. A little more brass right here. Oh, and I should probably paint the Nurgling. He's going to have Agrax on him as well. Hooligan, my crimes were white collar. I could be president. Going to make a breakfast buffet tomorrow. Can't get the lettuce disease. Alright, let's base coat our Nurgling. And I will come in and highlight after the wash. Going to the Shady Maple tomorrow if anyone wants to meet you there. I would, but I don't think I'd make it in time. Lose my other kidney. Okay. I do believe that may actually be it for the wash. Just email you half a kidney. I could get Patreon benefits. Potato pancakes and a giant waffle. You're killing me. Oh, I gotta do the pistol holster too. Totally missed it. Like to donate money to me monthly. Please donate to the charity I raise money for multiple times a year. Make a Patreon. Should I use your patron money to subscribe to your Patreon? That's in my 633 scan. You done exporting by morning? How many gigs is it? All right. Do you believe we're officially ready for the wash now? Said that. Okay, now we're officially ready for the wash. What I'm gonna do, take some Agrax. I'm gonna thin it. With what, you may ask? Water, because I'm lazy. I don't feel like using thinner. Thinner also dilutes it, so it doesn't end up being as saturated. Oof, that's rough. All right. I'm hoping if it's thin enough, it won't destroy the white. Here we go. Okay, going on wet. Doesn't look bad. See how it looks when it dries. And a little bit of pooling is okay. Because he's supposed to look dirty. I think I'm gonna have to mix up some more though. It looks surprisingly okay. But we'll see once it's done drying. I'm going to try to put it on heavier in some spots. I don't really think it's going to affect it too bad. As much as I thinned it. Hold on. Do I need to be my own mod? Push fit models are awesome for subassembly. Subassembly is gross. And so are push fit. I hate push fit too. And said you look smelly. I didn't decide what came in the Armageddon box. I think they have their place for the newcomers. Hard disagree. I always cut off the pegs on push fits. Dreadnought weapons are really easy to put on. Wish it came with more weapon profiles. Get a Heresy Dreadnought. They come with more. Well, the Contemptor does. The only one I can speak for. Okay. Well, he's going to have to drive before I do anything. And as much as I thinned it, it's going to take it a while. How long have we been going? Only 2.5 hours? Wow. I was going to call it, but now I feel guilty for calling it. What time is it? So we'll stick him in front of the fan. Ended up not finishing the Jabber Fellow. Got distracted. Progress pickup. Let's go look at that. Oh, but he looks so cool. Properly sick. Game plan, what I need to try. I like the tree. I like the Nurgling. And then do the tentacles. And maybe dry brush a little bit on the sword. Alright, the plague knife. What tentacles does he have? Oh, and I gotta do that little beastie up there too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the little worm boys things. He does look properly disgusting. Obligation. Yeah, you're right. So now that I know this works on a lighter color, I think... I don't know. Did I tell you guys about the new warband that I'm working on? The Sons of Horus warband? I don't remember if I told you or not. If I'm going to keep going, I need more coffee, so I will be right back. I'm back. Hates us because of Mal. Started a Sons of Horus warband, not much beyond that. Yeah, so I'm in the process of writing lore for Sons of Horus warband who still wear the blue of the Sons of Horus. I'm just going to be painting some Heresy era Sons of Horus. Because in the Fabius Bile books, it's briefly mentioned that there are Sons of Horus warbands who did not don the black of the Black Legion. And I thought that was really interesting. So I am taking that and running with it and making a Sons of Horus warband. Still not dry. Also, I know Warden didn't see this. Because he's not a Kulu patron. But I have a entire container full of these terrible Necrons. And some isopropyl. I am stripping them, taking what bits I can, and then assembling what units I can, and there aren't even full units. So I'm just going to be pulling a lot of models, and then potentially going to be starting up a homebrew Necron. I'm already working on color schemes in my head. So all of that to say, the Sons of Horus warband is occupying a world that is cut off from the rest of the Imperium and has been since the Heresy. So as far as they're concerned, the Sons of Horus are the good guys. And so these Sons of Horus have established this planet as a base of operations. And they've kind of been pirating around, just doing their own thing. When suddenly, these guys burst out of the warp, chasing my other warband, the Amorphous Paragon, hunting them down. And they start a war on this innocent little planet that the Sons of Horus warband are defending, like occupying. So yeah, Necrons. And this planet that they're occupying is, in fact, a tomb world. So it's going to be the emergence of this dynasty. Almost there. gonna start base coating some of these tentacles and stuff. Just realized my phone auto-corrected DACA rig to Dreadnought. How much would someone have to pay you to strap a firecracker to one of your minis and light it? Depends on which one. Also, probably enough to buy me a whole new army. Or contribute to an existing army in a significant fashion. See the Warhammer and Guns YouTube video. I've seen some. Are you talking about the one where they're reacting to whether bolt rifles are actually realistic or not? I haven't watched it, but it's shown up on my recommended. Do it for the shiniest penny. I had this idea for before I saw that video. Guy blasts tank with a bird shot. Oh, I think it's a Lehman Russ. I hate that. That hurts me. Mass destruction, you say? Thought about it for a future stream reward? No. I'm very much emotionally attached to all of my models. Unless it's one of those stupid Necrons over there. I would consider blowing one of those up. It works really well. I would imagine it would work really well. Distribution time. You baby shark. Oh, baby facing. She's throwing Barry the Platypus. Based. Baby face into room. Probably should cut the internet first.
fireball.
That's retribution? Top it off.
I hope you mean me and not the child.
Sure. Open to interpretation.
Oh.
Uh-huh. It was.
Do you want me to punch you in the intestines?
I don't know what you're talking about. Retribution is claimed however one chooses. Thanks, Ward.
Yeah, I like him. Supports the chaos and
Really feeling the love.
have to love you.
You're right. The ones that love me pay me money.
Hey, I don't pay you money.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
Its streams may be interrupted by Babyface. I don't remember seeing that in the contract.
You know she's not actually.
I don't know. Do you?
Oh. Hiding.
Yeah, they don't want to see you.
Oh, I'm hiding from the little one.
Oh.
Last I checked, they love me.
Is love the right word?
You know and I were gonna run away together to the snow.
Well, when you word it like that.
Allowed to word it however. Shut up, Smoke.
You guys been watching Miniature Masters? I have not.
What is that? What knowledge are you giving them?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Whatever. Running away from the heat, escaping it, it just needs to happen. Overly. Shh. You have candy.
Yep. How old it is? I have no idea.
There's a racist mini.
Again, how old it is? I have no idea.
I'm not wanting to elope, my dude.
Although,
What?
that would have been a good idea. In retrospect.
I already did the marriage thing. I ain't doing it.
Okay, bye. Almost all of the fleshy things. We have a big fleshy thing that needs to be fleshed out. Those chef shows, but for people painting minis. For shame. DW employee said I should apply for that, but he was just being nice. Probably shouldn't even be painting this one until I paint the base. That after I bought the Red Deer first season, and it's already done recording by the time the first episode came out. Okay. Now, suppose do the teeth on the beasties. Let's do the teeth, just so that's done. You're like a colorblind person whose hands got rebroken for the 3rd time this year. Also, thin your paints. Yes, thin your paints. It's critical. Oh gosh. Causing chaos. I'm not thinning anymore. Oh, a flock camera in your house. Finer brush. For the teeth. Ready for the Berserker Bloodshade. I use on all of my tentacles. Yes. This face gonna get retribution in on Gino now. Gonna pick up my face to face his face cord. The secret face cord and the face tree on. They're part of, but I deleted it after a few hours. And I missed it? I missed the Mal face reveal? Damn. Face tree on his masterclass. On the fast track of crashing out. I was drunk and lifting weights in the middle of the night. But I was crying about the misprints. I'm a little upset that I missed that. Imagine an ogre, then imagine him wearing fashionable glasses. Attribution with salt. Small testing can totally handle it. False.
I can't see you or hear you. Gordon, that I am not about to put you back in the hospital. If you don't. Wait.
Touche. Still don't plan on finding out.
Sure?
Yes.
Yeah. What was it again?
sleep. Look. I knock all these buildings. Do you ever dream about people in Oregon?
No.
I dream they knock all of the buildings. That's cute. Once I get the books back home, that present. Oh, Lily. Here's Lily's present.
We're gonna do the eyes. The Y energy courses. We're already halfway there.
Go feet. Your thing. This.
What is that smell?
Smells like lavender. Okay, don't ask me for my opinion then.
I don't smell lavender. That it smells like.
What does a rainbow smell like?
Apparently like lavender.
Alright. Almost done except for the base. I'm not gonna edge highlight this tree.
Good.
And what are you?
A plague marine.
Is that?
It's a stinky marine.
Ew. Think he's full of folks. Ew. Oops.
Hey, Littleface wants to know what an arm.
A lot of dudes. Smelly one.
You stinky one. Oh, you silly stinky. Yeah. Favorite.
I don't know. I have a lot.
Armies.
Good night. Love you.
I got a puppy. Always.
I'll pay you a penny.
Come down there. Come on.
Okay. Now I need the.
I don't know. How much did you give her?
None. Wait. None.
Okay. We're gonna do the eyes.
I realized I was that close. I was just admiring. Gotta go.
Goodbye. Oh, the green lenses make a statement. I'm actually going to add into these little nodes on his staff. And just give him some subtle glowy bits. Sweet. And those are going to have to dry before I do anything. But in theory, they should end up looking super vibrant. See you, Warden. I'm almost done, so thanks for joining. Waiting on this to finish drying. Okay. Go in. Yeah. There's a little bit of vibrancy to them. I think it'll work. But I do believe I'm going to finish the base at another time, figure out what the heck I'm going to do with these spikes, and go from there. So, thanks everybody. Good stream. Surprised I made it. I've only been thinking about, you know, this scheme for a couple months. I haven't actually committed to it, but I'm glad I did now. Wait. How should I? Oh, no, I'm not going to do all the box holes. No, I won't do it. All right. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Mal and Gino and whoever else is here. Appreciate you guys. And I will catch you all in the next one, if we don't have a gaming stream between now and then. Also, join the Discord, because we have fun stuff there. And join my Patreon, because you help me do this. All right, that's it. Hey, everybody.